Hey, Will King here. Today I'm back on a job site and I want to show you a rain screen and why we like them, which one we use, and how we're installing it with our cladding. You can see again, our wall assembly at this house is going to be our zip system for our WRB. That's pretty standard on our projects, and you can tell down at the bottom of the wall we're using a Sega fin trim tape for our bottom connection. Now we talk about cladding as a whole, and so anytime you're installing cladding on a house, whether it's hardy board, some type of like a fiber cement type siding, wood siding, aluminum siding, whatever it is, you really need to be putting it on a rain screen. Now this is a product from Keene called Easy Fur, and it's just a rollable rain screen. We've used so many products over the last few years, but a lot of them have been wood that we've had to either cut down or rip to various thicknesses. But this one seems to be a lot easier because it's just rollable. But that's not the point of today's video. I'm trying to tell you about rain screens and just why we use them. Now you can tell if you look underneath this siding, it creates about a 7/16 or a little bit less of a gap behind that siding. So whenever moisture does get behind this, it's going to have a way to get back out. And that's important for a lot of reasons. You don't want that moisture to sit on your wall assembly and be able to basically just rot out your sheathing and get inside your house and create mold and moisture problems there. I see so many times people install siding. I've honestly seen it just over raw OSB, but I've definitely seen it over a very poorly installed perforated house wrap, and it just pains me to see because I know they're gonna have moisture penetrating that wall assembly. So although we trust the drainable surface of this zip system plywood, having a rain screen behind it too, it's an easy method, more of a belt and suspenders approach to just really ensure you're going to have adequate drainage and ventilation behind that siding. And it's such an easy thing to install, you got to ask yourself, why would you not install it? So one thing about a rain screen too, it's also going to help save the life of your paint. So when we install fiber cement board or even this Boral True Exterior siding behind me, one question we get asked is how long will the paint last? And how long is it going to be before I have to paint it? Because everybody's worried about maintenance of their house. Now, one thing I tell them is that when we use a rain screen, it really allows for that water that gets through in a big rainstorm to dry out. And it allows even the cladding itself to dry much faster than it would be if it was attached straight to your sheathing. And so if moisture gets in there and then that sun pops out and you get just all that heat, it's going to force that moisture back through it, and it's going to tear apart your paint much faster than it would if it was able to dry out the way that we have it set up with a rain screen. Now the siding we're using on this house is Boral's True Exterior, like shiplap style siding. So it's a nice vertical or a nice flat profile. So a more contemporary house like this one, it definitely gave us more of the look that we were looking for. And one good thing is it can even be installed at grade or even below grade and not have to worry about anything breaking down or rotting over time. And even expansion and contraction is not near the issue with this as other products. So that's why we went with this so we could even monitor our outside corners. All right guys, you can see behind me, this wall's already been installed with siding, so we've completed part of it. They're working their way up, and you can see at the top of the wall, that rolled rain screen is visible, and you can see how it's going to continue to track up the wall. Anyway, I just think it's very important to point out the need for a rain screen and try to encourage anybody that hasn't done it yet to take that step and add it to their build. But guys, just remember, iron sharpens iron, so keep grinding, keep watching these videos, and we'll see you right here on The Build Show.